Yeah! Friends, enemies, and those still under review, welcome back to this Jack. Now, heads up, I'm doing something a little different here. So if the audio sounds off, let me know so I can adjust because it's actually a process now. Mostly because I'm an idiot who refuses to wear headphones all the time. Yes, I do have a blue background now. I also have a different standby screen now, so you'll see that later. Um, Hopefully the camera doesn't look too, or like my picture doesn't too bad because I moved a light. It used to be over here, and it was originally designed to be behind the camera. But when I moved the camera over here, I didn't move the light, so now I moved it over there. But the problem is my left side has like so much stuff that it's hard to like connect it to the desk properly. See, hopefully this works out. Now, if I was smart, if I was smirked, I would actually take my monitors and move it slightly to the my right. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? I hope y'all doing okay. You know, the world a little crazy right now. We gotta make sure everybody doing okay. I don't know where the accent came from. I just decided to start using it. Y'all can't stop me. Naner, naner, naner. Banner comes up at the bottom. Donate $10 to get him to stop using that accent. Um, I've actually had that happen. I was singing because I was like focusing on a fight. I was trying to like really focus, so I started singing because I do that frequently. And I made the smart ass comment: "If you want me to stop singing, donate." And somebody did. I'm like, "Wow, my singing's that bad?" um, but anyway, yeah, living happy is a good idea. Zane, if you want to get in my lap, go ahead and get into it. I'm hitting you, come on. Okay, fine, run away then. Like he's like, I want to get in your lap. Never mind, you moved in a way I'm not ready for. Ugh. You're a spoiled little shit. So, I'm not going to be ranting too much about the news, just a couple things I saw. And then I want to test a Cora build in Warframe. I have an idea. I have the big brain idea, not the small brain. I got the big brain. And we'll see how it works. The reason why I don't generally use Cora is because she is a frame that is built around staying in one spot, and I don't like playing like that. We'll see. Anyway, let me get to the stories. All right. So, I don't understand this fetishization of deregulation that Republicans as a whole generally have. Um, Like, they have this idea that if I regulate the amount of poison someone's allowed to put in my water, that it somehow is bad. So, the government telling a company you can't dump toxic chemicals in the water is a bad thing for some reason. Okay, yes. No, that doesn't make sense. And they're like, well, it's bad for the economy because then the company has to pay more money to make sure that they're not dumping chemicals in the water. So it's more important that the company does good business than people not dying from cancer. Okay, but not really. So it's like a weird fetishization of deregulation. I said all that to get to this part. Breaking Donald Trump. From now on, I won't be referring to him by name. He'll refer to as either the Fanta fascist or the tantrum toddler or the tangerine tyrant. I will switch between them randomly. Has signed an executive order requiring that whenever an agency makes a new, I'm not going to try and say that word, makes a new rule, regulation, or guidance, it must identify 10 existing rules, regulations, or guidance documents to be repealed. So in other words, if a agency says, "Hey, you're not allowed to dump bone pain medicine into the water anymore," that anybody who drinks the water now will suddenly have bone pain. They're like, okay, now you got to repeal 10 others. Okay, well, I guess you're now allowed to drop mercury in there. You're allowed to now drop medical waste in there. I don't like this. I really don't. Um, in fact, on the flip side, we really need to go in the reverse. We need a epic amount more regulation. Um, I've talked about 2008's economy collapse. We dropped a lot of regulation on like banking industry, which slowly got repealed. but it was meant to prevent them from doing exactly what they did to crash the economy. And one of the best agencies that come out of that was the Consumer Protection Bureau. They actually went in and found out. So if you back in the day, if you're old enough to remember this, there was this anti-fraud prevention thing you could pay for, and what it would do is you would pay, and they would give you extra protection on fraud. But those programs weren't doing anything. There was nothing special. They were already doing what they were going to do, maybe like 1 or 2 extra steps. So they were required to pay it back. Another thing that came out of it was, those overdraft fees? Well, back in the day, which was a Tuesday, they used to go, okay, you made 3 purchases, and one of those, the first, any one of them will immediately make you overdraft. So we're going to put the smallest, large, or however, they would intentionally make you overdraft, then charge you with as many after as they can. So if like the 2 smallest together would make you overdraft, and then the third one, the larger one, would make you overdraft by itself, they would do the bigger one that would make you overdraft first, then the 2 smallest, to ensure that you got hit with that fee as many times as possible. And that became against the rules. That became a regulation. So I can understand the concept of over-regulation. I can understand the concept. We're not in that point. We're nowhere near in that point. That's something that's going on. I'm going to hit the stop the record button and resume it so I can easily make this into a video. Make things easy for me. All right. The next story. So, for those who don't know, I've spent some time working in network security. Not in like any super major capacity like in server farms or anything like that. But the more important skill set I have is when I was in the Navy, I worked in intelligence. Technically, it wasn't intelligence per se because that wasn't like my primary goal. I mostly prevented missiles from hitting the ship, which also required me to know how enemy ships worked. If you were in the Navy, I was called an EW. I think my technical rate was CTT. So I had a high security clearance, and I understood the proper procedures for dealing with secure areas and like the things you can do and the things you can't. As an example, if I were to walk in with a notebook inside of a secret and compartmented information place, a SCIF, that notebook can never leave again. It can never leave. No matter if it's completely blank, and we can prove it's blank, there is nothing on it. It stays in there forever. You walk in there with a D&D book, same thing. It does not leave. Or it's destroyed. One or the other. We've had instances in Congress of senators and or just congressmen in general, let's say both branches, would go into SCIF compartments and take pictures of the documents because they're idiots. I don't like doing that in these kind of this kind of stuff, like where I'm just like, they're idiots, but they're idiots. They're breaking the law, and they don't get punished for it, really. In reality, what should happen is their phone is confiscated, then destroyed. But they don't get that. And then, of course, you can do the whole Hillary Clinton, her emails, whatever. I don't care. So now that you know the backstory on this, here's this up to date. Elon Musk's staff has been caught installing hard drives inside the Office of Personnel Management, the Treasury Department, the General Services Administration. His staff encountered resistance when demanding that the Treasury officials grant access to systems managing the flow of more than $6 trillion annually to programs like Social Security and Medicare. So he wanted to plug. Now, some of you may be like, okay, what's the big deal? He's wanting to plug in hard drives and stuff like that, ignoring the fact that that means he can copy the information himself. So here's the thing. The reason why you're not allowed to plug a USB device into anything that's secure, especially anything, unless it's completely pre-cleared, is because modern USB devices like thumb drives and hard drives immediately boot into the computer. They have to. That's part of the software. Otherwise, you'd have to install something to talk to it, and it would be an intermediary program. No, they're just designed to immediately talk to the system. So as soon as it plugs in, there are things that can be specially installed that will immediately kick on and start stealing information, and it'll do it subtly. The most you might notice, you have slight performance issues all of a sudden. That's why. So their hard drives they're plugging in could either intentionally have it that they're doing with, or unintentionally, because it has been known. This is not from my time in the Navy. This is just something that I read a report on a while back. I can't remember where. that some foreign agencies intentionally put these kind of hard drives in places that they end up in secure places. Um, so yeah, there you go. Like, this is dangerous on so many different levels, and he's going to get away with it. And don't forget, Elon Musk is a foreign national. He is not an American citizen. I don't even think he's naturalized. He is not. So he's a foreign national who has his whole hand running the government because he can talk to Donald Trump and tell him what to do. And Donald Trump's like, yep, doing it. And not only is he a foreign national, he's also doing shit like this. He's also the reason that the FAA leadership got fired because they tried to fine him. So don't forget, this is a problem. This is a major problem. I feel we need to, one of the things that needs to come out of this, like if anything good comes out of like the current administration, needs to be people in power need to be held accountable. There needs to stop being, well, they're in power, we can't punish them. So there's a long rant I could do on this. We're going to stop that one there. But that's the cliff notes. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care what your position in the government is. If you break the law, you need to go to jail. And I'm pretty sure that's not a hot take. I made a hard drive like that to crack a teacher's computer access in high school. That's impressive. Hell. All right. So, I don't like the way they went with X-Men lately. X-Men are acting like mutants and supremacists now. And that bothers the hell out of me. They have the island of Krakoa, and they're basically saying all mutants need diplomatic immunity. They need all, and if you don't, you won't get any of like the special like medicines and stuff we're able to produce because we're mutants. And like Doctor Doom actually called their asses out on this because he was treating a mutant who needed help, and Xavier goes, "Why are you helping him? You didn't agree to our terms about the diplomatic immunity." He's like, one, I don't need your help. I don't need what you're offering. But two, no one deserves to be held above the law. Like, it's a weirder rant than that. But here's another one. This is a conversation between him and like some federal agent. I actually don't know the full context around this. But apparently, if a government agent were to kill Cyclops, that would be Krakoa going, all right, we need to nuke that country. Because he doesn't, mutants don't need a nuke. They have a mutant who can do it on their own. And the problem I actually had with this is, I hate the whole storyline, but I hate is, how much damage would the Juggernaut do if dropped from orbit? Well, one, a lot, but two, he's not a mutant. Juggernaut's not a mutant. People forget that all the time. He is not a mutant. And some of you are like, wait, he's a mutant. He's one of their enemies all the time. He's not a mutant. He's technically a warlock. He is an avatar for made-up word. One of the people that Doctor Strange regularly pulls power from. It's basically a god of destruction. When you saw him do like the ribbon thing against Thanos in Infinity War, that's one of the attacks. And yeah, I'm not cool with this. I'm really not. I feel like I just don't like it. I feel like it's a betrayal of the original concept behind the characters. Because you got to remember, the original inspiration for Xavier and Magneto was Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. And now they have them as mutant supremacists. That if you don't listen to our island nation of Krakoa, you're an enemy to us, and we must address it accordingly. Like, that's something that not even Doctor Doom does. If you like, we're putting an embargo on Latveria because you're an asshole, you'd be like, okay, and my people have the highest happiness rate because I take care of everybody. Yeah, technically we're a fascist state, but I take care of everybody. I make sure everybody eats. I make sure no one goes hungry. Everybody's got medical care. Like, yeah. I just wanted to talk about that. All right. Because he's this thing called competent. My dad said, because Doctor Doom has a better government than we do. I'm like, well, he's competent. All right, I'm moving into Warframe because I want to test out a couple things. What I do beyond the testing, I have no idea. What do y'all think of the bluish-gray scene behind me? Because, like, originally with me just doing the black backdrop, I felt like I was just a floating head, effectively. Oh, in case y'all hadn't noticed, this is my new Titiana. I think she looks really cool. I do need to finish leveling her so I can test out her full build. But we're going to do a different thing. I actually have a Korra thing I was playing with previously, like a long time ago. And I thought I did. I guess she's gone. Well, I'm going to fix that. Well, let's see here. Why is it listed as burn it down? That's really supposed to be my, not citrine. Why is it citrine? All right, anyway, we'll fix this. Day 470, nice. I imagine in your head, you're like, man, I remember back when I was in 470. That was like a whole other digital ago. You have like 1,000 days. I have a feeling you haven't missed a day logging in once. Flip over to Korra Prime, which I apparently never finished leveling Korra Prime. I could feed the original one. Oh, I haven't even given her a... well, let's fix that shit. Alright. So, how I've previously used her, you're on 1,451. Yeah, I was right. You're a whole nother digit over me. Like, almost a full 1,000 over me. I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. All right, so the two, I would have to eventually forward the, right now this is the only one I'll be able to use. Eventually, Mecha Empowered might be a good idea because Companions marks a target every 60 seconds for 3 seconds. Killing the target applies their status effects to all enemies. Let me quickly look at this real fast. We'll see if there's any for companions specifically. Standing in a zone created by residual arcane increases the damage of companions and allies within 90 meters by 8 seconds, stacking up to 15 times. Effect persists for 20 seconds. Once again, that leaves me in a very stationary way of fighting, which I'm not a fan of. Yes, I just threw Shepherd's Oar on. I'm going to put that one on. And, you know what? Because I like leaning on melee. I'm leaning towards Arcane Reaper. Actually, Arcane Bodyguard might be... oh, I already have that on. So yeah, Arcane Reaper is what I'm going to go with. Alright. So the specific mod set that made me want to do this is the tech set. So I'm going to start by getting that on there. What's the whole mecha thing again? Oh yeah, that's why. Alright. Zane, you are a fat ass. Actually, he's not fat, he's just a big cat. It's just like I can hear when he lands on stuff. Alright. So this is why. There's another side of this I could really play with, but because this character naturally has a Kavat, that's why I wanted to run with it. We're going to go ahead and drop this. We're going to drop that there. I don't need it to be in a special spot yet. I've never touched these, so almost everything will need to be leveled. Alright. So we got that. Now we got to figure out what are the other modifications that I'm going to need. Now, to me... this might be one of the best ideas because I like the idea of stretch because I like the whip ability, the whip claw. It's not meant for me to damage and kill things. It's meant for me to area control. Not to mention it'll also help out the dome, the Thunder Dome. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the electricity ability, the electricity side, should also proc when my cat does stuff, because my cat is technically an ability. I don't know if it's true, but we'll find out. Alright. So we figured that out. What is flow again? Oh, that's the cold one. Okay. So we have stretch. So let me see what that's going to do here. So it's at 14 meters, which is really good and has a radius. We have ensnare, once again, radius helping. So we got that so far. This frame really gets a lot of health, so let's put that on. I like the idea of having some armor and health. And I will be leaning on melee attacks. That might come off, but right now we're going to leave that on. I don't think I'm going to need... because of this, I don't think I'm going to need, like, flow and stuff. If I was doing a mech or a status build, this would be really good. Once again, that would be actually pretty decent because she already has an insane amount of armor, and giving her plus 60% armor would be good, and it would also allow me to keep spreading the status effects. I think I might go ahead and do that. I won't change out. I can't change out Shepard right now, so we're not going to. Oh, okay. So that's a okay. Okay, we'll deal. We'll have to put that in later because I can't put it in. I'm not doing a loot build right now. I will have a separate one for looting, so we're going to deal with that another time. Oh, by the way, I'm 100% ready to hate my dad here in a bit. There you go. Tech collateral's already in. Okay. And if you're wondering why I said that, is he's about to start cooking chili. So steel fiber is the obvious choice. This character is very much an armor frame. There we go. I think that's as far as I want to take the durability thing. The only thing I could think about throwing in... his chili is nowhere near as good as mine. In my dad's defense, he only recently got... By the way, hi, Nightmare Cow. He only recently got his sense of taste back from years of smoking. And I've had it my whole life, and I've cooked for a long time, so I've always had my sense of taste. You have more of it than you did when you smoked. Not really. You at best vape. Smoking cigarettes does more damage. In theory, I could use this, because once again, I'm dealing with range, and I don't care about as much about power. Because when I use this... it's meant to just immobilize people. Yeah, thankfully, actually, almost no one that's in my life actually drinks. Um, like at most, like my dad will have like a drink every like once a year at best. My buddy Matt Taggy, he'll occasionally drink if he goes out and hangs out with friends. I might actually switch out. I have my logic. Deal with it. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. That's somebody posing an actual danger to the household. That is a valid reason to kick somebody out. I think I'll just go ahead and throw adaptation there. It's probably my best bet. Yeah. Once again, continuity. That's probably my best option. Continuity. So I can maintain people being caught up in my Strangle Dome as much as possible. Not to mention, like, my other abilities will just well, that's the only one that's not getting bonus, and of course Venari herself is not. But Ensnare and Strangle Dome are going to get a nice boost. I still have 12 energy, which technically means I don't need a format unless I put something crazy on. I'm looking at aerodynamics. No, it's only when you're airborne. Nothing important. In that case, I might go ahead. No, I don't want to. Ooh, a bad idea. I throw Augur Mess duration again. Augur Reach. That means when I'm casting my abilities, I will get a little bit of shields. This character does have shields, but I'm not relying on them. Okay. Like I'm sorry, I'm just saying okay. I don't actually know what to respond with on that. I'm sorry if that sounds like me being a dick. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Wait a minute, hang on. I gotta back her up. Okay, her claws are separate. Okay. He grows cabbages and squash. That's actually very respectable. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, so someone who's homeless and is able to is like growing their own food and like is actively managing it. Hey, I respect the hell out of that. Now, do I think there needs to be better homeless programs and stuff like that? Oh, the fuck yes. Like, if I was honestly a more successful content creator, that'd be something I would heavily invest in, is trying to do that. And when I say successful content creator, I mean just literally having the money. The whole point behind this build is I wanted to put the tech set. No, I would create my own charity. I don't trust. You're right. I don't trust another. I don't trust another agency or whatever to do it. Hang on. I'm just checking what a friend sent me. Yeah. You want me to talk about that on stream? Are you okay with me doing that? I want to say League Vitality might be my best one for this. And then Animal Instinct. Go for it. All right. Once I finish with this, with some of this build stuff, I'll pull it up again and I'll talk about it. Was sympathy construct? Yeah, I don't care. And then let's do the claws real fast. Yeah, I don't have a lot for the melee stuff because it only recently flipped over that they have a separate melee tag. So this is kind of a big deal. I need to be able to give them electricity. And I don't think I'm even capable of doing that. Yeah, I'm not. So I'll have to go find some. Right now, I'm more just throwing things on. So we got radiation, magnetic, and viral. Alright. That's what we got for them. And then for my companion, it needs to be a Kavat. Which Zane is the Zane in here is not a Kavat. He's one of the infested. I actually have two Zanes. I have the second one that's down here, which I don't think I'll get affinity for. But here is the original Kavat I ran with, which is Moxie. I'm wondering if me throwing the tech mods, I don't think they would double. There would be no sense for them to. I'm gonna leave her the way she is. I just need to put stuff on her claws. I'll play with tinkering with her later. All right, there we go. All right, let me pull up the story. Oh, this computer. So, our friend in the community here is Native American. They live on the tribe and everything. Um, they're they're a good person. They're a member of the community. I support them, of course. And there's already been talk about. I'm just gonna go ahead and say ICE messing with the tribe, stuff like that, um, and basically ignoring treaties and destroying Native American land. And I don't know if any of y'all heard about it, but back in the day, there was a big deal going on, and it probably never ended, but it was in the news for a while. The Dakota Access Pipeline, um, which the irony about it is it's meant to pull oil from Canada down to the United States through the Dakotas. And what makes it really freaking stupid is he's about to put tariffs on, or he already has put tariffs on Canada. And they said if you do that, we're just going to cut off the oil you're getting. So the Access Pipeline's pointless. Um, so I don't. This may be actually an older post. Yeah, with all that said and thought of. As some of you may have read, I do have stock invested in the Dakota Access Pipeline, and many think that will affect my judgment on allowing it to move forward. That's simply not true. Donald Trump's talking out of his ass. And yeah, what will make will DAPL make me richer? Yes, that I can tell you. We can have neither Indians or oil people, but not both. So my plan is to deport them along with the Mexicans, and we'll just hope that nobody can tell the difference. It has to be a parody. That has to be fake. Otherwise, this would be all over the news. I'm hoping this is fake. So, here's what I'm going to do. There is stories of the immigration already snagging people who are of the Navajo tribe, and oddly enough, he's trying to use an old. Here, I'll just pull this up. I haven't read this yet, so it might have stuff in here I don't know. Trump's attempt to overturn birthrights and use century-old Native American case. Indigenous people in the U.S. are worried about President Trump's attempt to end birthright citizenship, a constitutional right, using 19th century case that denied citizenship to Native Americans. The 14th Amendment, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction of therein. If you're saying that undocumented immigrants and Native Americans are not subject to, jurisdiction, that means they can't apply the laws to them. That's what you're saying. If you're on American soil, you're in the jurisdiction. Otherwise, what's the point of borders? Use their own language. So I'm not seeing anything about them saying that. So yeah, that's what it is. I think that 19th century law was written in a way because of racism. He's probably going to end reparations. I'll tell you that right now. All the stuff I'm finding on him is in 2017. So the screenshot that's being shared may be that old, but it may not be a recent one. Because if that was all the way back in November, there's almost, not to mention, I think the Dakota Access Pipeline isn't actually being built anymore. Because they lost too much money trying to run it. Let's see, current status of 2024. It's still operational is what it's saying. And expected completion of 2025. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that up as ambiguous. I don't know, but if it's real, he can take it. This is gonna be graphic. I apologize in advance. He can take a non-skid covered dildo. I want to check something in the Duvary. I can't remember what's in the circuit right now. Okay, nothing I care about. Like, the only one I would vaguely care about is maybe the Cypress, but I have no interest in doing it. And I don't have interest in the other rewards anyway. So, right now I don't think I'm powerful enough to do any other run. I'm not going to do a steel run. We might just go ahead and mess around in Fortuna. Actually, maybe not Fortuna. No, Fortuna. Fortuna will be fine. No, actually better, because I need stuff from here anyway. We're gonna go to the Necrolist. What the fuck is going on in the Necrolist that's got that many people there? And I haven't done cosmetic stuff for this character yet, because I'm still just spitballing ideas.
Deimos is unfolding before us like a puzzle box.
So, hey Trickster. So Dragon did this amazing thing and revealed to me that there's more to this page than stuffed animals. I did not know there were skills down here. So anyway. Okay, they actually don't have the status effect I want.
As you wish. I shall languish in weary solitude.
Damn, I wanted to farm here because I need a lot of plastids. Check Cetus. I was hoping it wouldn't be Cetus. I want to start farming the Eidolons. Because one, they have a chance at dropping the arcanes I want. But the actual reason is I do need some of the the Eidolon shard you get for capturing them. It's one of the three, so yeah.
I was mentored in my craft by a man who lived upon the Eidolon Moor for many
All the week.
It has been a gulf of
Don't care about that really.
since Sigor Sava departed.
That wouldn't be a bad one to have.
Where he is, I do not know, though I very much wish I did.
Yeah, so all the status effect stuff's on Fortuna. Last message? Was. One thing I love about having two computers, I can check these messages without having to tab out all the time. Oh yeah, about how your birthday gift you were able to get a fuck ton of light novel stuff. Yeah, I did see that. I'm glad you were able to enjoy your birthday gift. Well, early birthday. I do need to do another Sekiro run, if I'm being honest with you guys. Like, me being a ninja in this game has made me want to be a ninja in another game. Like, the game I'd actually like to play, but I don't own it for computer, and I don't want to rig up my PlayStation, would be, why am I doing this? Would be Ghost of Tsushima. Wrong person.
Right, now, where did I put that bucket of spare ankles?
Boone, Roki, and their assembled orphan tribe. Troublemakers, but
There we go. That's what I'm after right there. Shocking Claws.
can't begrudge anyone who was to live in the Vend. Though I
Fuck me
wish they
jogging.
had better taste in music. Skeg, is it? Sounds like a bag of hammers being thrown down a flight of stairs.
I do need the other postures at some point. Okay.
I'll be here when next you return.
Yeah. No, I'm glad it worked out that way. I am glad it worked out that way. Alright. Oh, I should have, like, actually, like, remembered what I needed specifically. Which means I won't be playing as this character when I'm farming them.
Used to be, you had a problem, you came to me. Now I just sell fishing gear. Little duck told
I
me was
need
going soft.
Delicate Popper, and I'm going to work about that off stream. I'm not going to do that right now.
Till next time.
Which joke? Mage cast gun? Yeah, that. Actually, my favorite is the barbarian was convinced he could use magic. The barbarian was convinced he could cast magic, but the only spell he knew, all he would do is bash people over the head with a cooking pan. He called it cast iron. Let's do what I normally do when I'm just leveling up a frame, because I need to get this character to max out before I do other things. I forgot to actually change out my weaponry, so I'm a little annoyed. I'll worry about that another time. Incidentally, this is the exact missions you do to get the normal Korra. This is really low level, but so far so good. Just wish I wasn't using this melee weapon. The build is built around the idea of me using... You saw a screening of Silence of the Lambs. Please tell me it didn't give you ideas. Can we talk about the fact that we have a president who went on a rant talking about how awesome Hannibal Lecter is? And it wasn't like some random interview he was doing. This was like a like during a rally. Just randomly decided, you know what? I'm going to talk about Hannibal Lecter and how awesome he is. Like, right now, he's just... With him talking about deporting people, he's setting it up for an international incident. Like, really badly. Right now, one of the big ones is... so there was a protester who was organizing for, like, pro-Palestine stuff, but apparently she was on a school visa, so they revoked her visa and kicked her out of the country. So, free speech doesn't matter if you're here on a visa. Like, you can argue about the... you can argue a lot of things about, like, should she have done that? I don't care. What I'm talking about is, especially because he's supposed to be in a party who's like, free speech, hoorah, rah, 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 rah. And then he's like, oh, you said something pro-Palestine? You're clearly a terrorist and we must kick you out of the country. Me mentioning the past iron joke? I was going to be afraid that you actually knew a Wookiee that lives somewhere in Mexico. Although I will tell you this right now: if you knew a guy who was 6 foot tall, or 6 to 7 foot tall and hairy, I'm pretty sure I have some friends to introduce him to. Bonus points if he's actually gay. And likes cats. But if you don't like cats, then I don't like you anyway. Well, it's not meant for me anyway. I'm straight. Oh, Silence of the Lambs made you hungry? Like, and with you saying that, I could, like, would be even creepier to me would be the Hannibal movie that was the sequel, because like you have the brain eating scene, and I'm like, if that made you hungry, we got more to talk about. Like, by the way, people forget Gary Oldman's in that fucking movie too, by the way. Gary fucking Oldman's like, you know what? I'm gonna be a goddamn chameleon. I'm wondering if they had to convince him not to actually cut off parts of his own body for the fucking movie. By the way, Gary Oldman is one of the actors I respect the most. Like I used to have a lot of respect for Kevin Spacey because of his role in how he did Seven, but he's an asshole. Also, The Usual Suspects. He did a really good job on that too. Now I can't watch his stuff without thinking about how fucked up of a person he is. I'm not really getting to test my stuff here. I should have been running with a group. Although running with a group gets me affinity bonuses. Once we hit max level, though, I'll be testing elsewhere. Nah, I'm good. I'm not watching the TV show. Mind you, there's an anime I'm watching right now I'm really enjoying. It's on Crunchyroll. It's called The Great Cleric. And he's basically, you know, an isekai character who becomes a healer instead of, like, something crazy. And in the world he's in, a healer is basically pretty much like the healthcare industry here in America. Oh, no, Matt Nicholson is fucking legit. Like, he is a good actor. I first was introduced to him as an actor in one of the recent James Bond movies. And then him in Doctor Strange, he did a really good job. Casino Royale, thank you.
They can and have faced 1 billion deaths. You, however, do not enjoy the protections of synthesis. For you, failure has real-life consequences.
Somebody pointed out that every time Matt Mikkelsen's in a project, they do something with his eyes. We had Casino Royale, his eyes bled every so often. In Doctor Strange, he had like the weird demonic thing going on. In Death Stranding, he had like, you know, the black stuff would come out of his eyes. One of your friends hug you in the hallway. Hey, sometimes we just need a good hug. I got some inappropriate jokes, I'm just going to skip them. Considering where you work, if they're wearing perfume, work where you work, you can read between the lines what I'm saying. He was the villain in Mufasa movie. That movie doesn't exist. I heard it existed, but it turns out it's not. It's like one of those Manchur effect things. Doesn't actually exist. Yeah. I imagine are you physically tired or emotionally tired? Because there's all the shit going on in the world. Both are appropriate. Oh, I wonder what movie you got to see him sing in, because there's no Mufasa movie. Hate to tell you. Just like there's no live action Dragon Ball movie, no live action Avatar movie. People keep talking about these movies. They're not real. They're just part of the Manchur effect. Like how to properly spell Bernstein Bears, stuff like that. Not a real thing. Y'all smell Gaslight? If it wasn't for I know the shirt wouldn't sell because there would be no good time you're allowed to wear it, I would love to sell a shirt that says one of the things I love to say whenever I'm telling someone to fuck off. It's, you can fuck all 7 shades of off. Why there's 7 shades, I don't know. It's just how I always said it. Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever make a live action. I would say there's no Death Note live action, but that had Willem Dafoe in it, and he did a fucking phenomenal job. Funny part is core is actually bad for this type of mission, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, I love fucking giving hugs. So when I show affection, and I'm not talking like romantic affection, I'm just talking about affection at all. Like why would I laugh? I fucking agree with that. That's awesome. But no, when I show affection to somebody, even if it's somebody who's a friend, of course with consent, I like to give hugs. That's how I just show affection. And nothing beats a good hug to me. Worth mentioning on that is, on that note, is, when I was in the Navy, I went a long time without actually getting hugs. When I finally got out and was able to get hugs again, it was great. Anyway, I think I ran this long enough. Can I open this? You're not supposed to be able to open that! My cat unlocked it for me! There's supposed to be props in here, and it was like, yeah, go ahead and take it.
The conduit is closing fast.
Oh. So far, I can't tell you if the build's any good or not. We'll find out soonish. Because now that I've hit max level, I know where I'm going to take it for testing. Hello. I got 2 Cora chassis out of it. I wish that was tradable, because I got friends that would be great to give that to. Let me go out of public and back to friends only. Actually, I think I'll play solo, just so I can pause whenever I want to rant about something. Well, don't spoil it for me. I want to watch it, or I want to listen to it. I'm thinking about the door cloth because I want to use a whip for this character, even if it's a bladed whip. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me. That would be not a bad one because she has a unique tactical combo. You know, let's go with the door cloth. And then I don't want to actually be using the Trunma. I think I have some stuff to level anyway, and I'm going to be leaning towards melee. I thought I had stuff to level. Is everything I need to level... Yeah, it looks like everything I need to level is actually secondaries. Alright, not objecting. Yeah, like one of the phrases I've said to people a few times is, one day I want to be able to give you a hug so tight all your broken pieces get put back together. I mean that. In volume, I need to do the Senta. In volume 7, a girl Mimi rescued in volume 1 is revealed to be a long-lost member of the Imperial Royal Family. Yeah, it's actually the fact that they didn't do it immediately is actually awesome. Yeah, no, I get that. I get what you're saying with that one. Like, no joke. I get what you're saying with that one. I don't know if it's a millennial / zennial thing. But we get defensive whenever somebody says something positive. Like you could say, like, you're a horrible person that should die. Okay. Are you going to drink that tea or not? But if somebody says, Man, you're really good at your art. Could you just shoot me next time? And I think I know why. I have a theory why. That's what I was looking for. Even though it doesn't like match the aesthetic, I'm still running with it. My theory why is I feel like a lot of our generation, still leveling that, has been treated with treated that that when people are helpful or nice, that it's set up for being kind is a commodity. So we're ready for the shoe to drop. Yeah. Now that you said that, I have to do this. What is love? That would be my best bet right there. Alright, let me remove all. And the only mod that's immediately going back on is Vigilant. Vigilant Supplies. That's going back on no matter what. Galvanized Chamber. This ain't gonna be doing headshots, but I need Primary Firestorm, or Primed Firestorm. Oh shit! I did not know I had the thing for this. I'll have to roll that a couple times. Did not know I had that, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, you've talked about your life quite a bit, so I know what you're talking about. I really do. Is no one going to take me up on the what is love thing? I'm slightly disappointed in y'all. This actually will be worth it because I'm looking for mag anyway. Thank you. I was actually starting to get a little self-conscious because no one was going for it. Oh yeah, there's a mod in here I need. Or not. But there was. I'm eating! You say that, and all I hear is, in Metalocalypse, Nathan Explosion going, I'm eating chips! I don't need accuracy with this weapon. This is a very much to whom it may concern weapon. Still have 7 energy left for something. Ooh. A woo-woo? I wish I hadn't done that. We're gonna pretend I knew how to spell status. Let's just put duration on, fuck it. She did. I forget what it was. I did kind of mention that earlier in the stream, so I'm glad other people are kind of catching on to that. That wouldn't actually be a bad one, but I'm not doing toxin specifically. That one might work, but I'd have to switch over something to ice. Let me throw that on. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more do 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 do. Fuck, it has the wrong symbol. I would need a forma to switch it out. Unless... I don't think I have it, but I'm going to look anyway. No, I'm looking in the wrong symbols anyway. You know what? For now, I'll just put fast hands. No, that's not reload I need. You know what? Fuck it. Vigilant armaments for now. I need to forma again and be able to apply cold. So this is actually pointless right now. Let's go ahead and put Stormbringer back on until I can forma it once. Yeah, I got forma. I just don't want to do it yet because I'm testing shit. So the primary frost is useless. I know me typing in primary. I don't need weak shot. Don't need precision. Don't care about that. Care about that. We'll run with this for now. Yeah, that's what I'm running with. My status for the radial attack's up to 68% chance. Galvanized aptitude would be. Oh, wait a minute. I could put that on. I'd have to form it, but I could put it on somewhere. I'd have to like change the one of the minus signs. That's what's holding me back. This wouldn't be bad. The status damage and punch through wouldn't be bad. But we'll burn these bridges in a minute. We'll burn these bridges in a minute. I don't think I've formed this weapon, so I don't know. Oh, I formed it 3 times. That's the way why it's so fucked up. Oh yeah, the Omniforma? Yeah, no, I fucking agree. Alright. So let's... Yeah, that's probably a waste of platinum, but I don't care. Y'all can suck my left nut. All right. What's a heavy mod that's going to have a minus sign, so I can just go ahead and get that out of the way. How's itch? Oh, do you or someone you know suffer from gamer aim and can't hit enemy 2 inches in front of you? 9 out of 10 doctors recommend get good. I resemble that remark. Yeah, Prime Fever Strike might be the best thing to put there. Even if I'm not planning on actually like taking full advantage of Toxin being there. Just the fact that it's a... First, let me do this. Put that on. And now I have to check something else, and then I'll go back to doing statuses. Because remember, there's a point behind the build I'm doing, and I need to make sure I have the correct mods in place. This will need to be formatted at some point. No, I don't want gas. Corrosive will do the trick. And then for now, I'm going to go ahead and throw... I take that back. Ignition overload. There. Whipclaw nuke build could be an idea. That's kind of what I'm doing, because the Probius Ceranos is built around nuking. Cora can lock people down, and then, you know, yeah. Alright, we're going to test this build in a specific place. We're going to start slow, because I also need the material that's going to come from here anyway. Like, I feel like Eleonora, or however you say her name, would 100% be somebody who I'd be friends with, IRL.
Look at that. More kibble for the Drox. Save some for me, puppies. Awoo!
Worm Queen. Even as the Neural Sentry corrupts her best troops, she continues to send more. What is she after? The Orokin Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support. Technology may work here due to the Circulus's proximity. If you have an method, you may use it.
Oh, something killed my energy. Yeah, Trump fired, like, all the upper staff of the FAA. I kind of talked about it yesterday. So, technically he didn't fire the head of the FAA. Elon Musk showed up to him and said, you're going to want to quit. And then they were already understaffed, and he's basically buying out the contract of a bunch of people, so, like, even more understaffed. So I don't think it's intentional. It's just extreme incompetence and greed. Has nothing to do with, like, fascist side. I think they're too incompetent to be that have plotted it out that well. Dumb question. What happens when status effect goes over 100%? Because like when crit goes up, it goes to the next tier of crit. What does status effect chance do when it gets over 100%? I need to find a good spot to actually stay instead of just like moving around. Because I compulsively want to chase people down. You know what? This looks like a good room. Do they have like a double chance of adding status effect? Actually, let's check out... Nope, not you. That did some damage. Why is it on the Zakti? I didn't... Oh, someone took my weapon, that's why.
Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind. The sentient has detected you. Fighters incoming. It has developed immunity to your attacks. Try something different.
Your immunity is irrelevant if you're already dead. Yeah, I heard it was getting... I saw that it was getting its dub. I thought I told you about that. It's pretty good. Like, the dub's not bad.
The deeper I can search. But you need to
Yeah, I'm caught up on that too. I'm debating if I want to start reading that, read that light novel or manga or whatever it is, because I did that with, I left my A rank party, and it made me really disappointed with how they're doing the episodes now, because I saw what they actually did, and I'm like, you're taking out some major context and stuff. Yeah, Loner Life is, yeah. Osan Nubi Adventure has all of its episodes out right now in dub. They did that all at once. They didn't like build it out. I'd recommend it. And like what's annoying to me is they're cutting out some very key details. Like some very important details about what happens during during the surrounding events and the fights. Like, are they just gonna do it in flashback? Like, oh yeah, by the way, this happened. Are they gonna do a complete release, or are they gonna be like one episode a week like they do with everything else? That should have only turned it down on my side. It shouldn't have affected you guys. Yeah, it didn't. You guys get the game at full volume still. For anybody who's watching, I left my A-rank party, and what I'm talking about is, they cut out the whole part of them getting the house. Like, that was a big deal in the story. Like, are you fucking with me? They cut out that part. And then another thing they cut out is, I'm not going to tell you about the most recent episode because it came out today. They cut out how big of a deal it is that he made up his own spell. Like you make it sound like it doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but apparently that if it had been considered a forbidden spell, he actually would have gone to jail for it. But it is a banned one, as in only he's not allowed to teach it to anyone else. So he's the only one who's allowed to do that spell. So far, I feel this build has a lot of potential. After I get to the 10-minute mark, I'm probably going to do some stew. Yeah, like there is a lot of, like that part. I can understand that not being that big of a deal. Like cutting out arcs and stuff like that. Okay, whatever. It sucks, but cool. You can do that. My problem comes in when like it's major character development and it covers an important other detail. Because like him having the house that he does like really emphasizes the relationship he builds up with the girls and how much they trust him. It is not a small detail. It is not, oh, you know, that was nice. And not to mention, they're shown 2 of the 3 houses suggested. They immediately get the second one. And it's because the first one he didn't, he said it's a bad idea. The second one was on point. They're like, well, you should still check the third one. Oh, wait, the street it's on is in the same house that his former party lives on. And they immediately go, yep, we're not taking that one. The girls say that, not him. Yeah, so like, there's like, if you get a chance, read the manga. I'm caught up on it completely. It ended on. It's currently on a very sad note right now, so I'm like a little depressed about it. No, none of the girls died. In fact, actually, there's a new member.
Sentient scouts. If they detect
Oh, I can't kill the
fighters
scouts,
will
so.
soon attack. They know you're here. Prepare.
Oh no, they know I'm here. Oh no, I know.
Looks as if the void wants us to find this. These manifestations, they aren't from the neural.
I remember back in the day,
Destroy them.
Tuesday.
They are drawing from your life support.
Pop this. I love the big reveal they did when it was revealed that our operator body was originally on the moon. So we were the space wizards from the moon! God damn it, Destiny. For those who don't know the reference to that, I forget his name, but he played the Lannister who's not an asshole in Game of Thrones. Yeah. Peter Dinklage. He did the original voice for Ghost, and one of the lines was just so fucking bad. It was, that wizard, it came from the moon! It's like, god damn it. Unfortunately, he got so much shit for that for a long time, and he had not done voice acting before that, so... Thankfully, his career took off when he got into Game of Thrones.
Another job well executed.
Ah. What was that? Oh, yeah. I drink, and I know things. Nope, you want to go watch Game of Thrones instead. Dinklage is GOAT. I do like the fact that he shows up in the MCU as as a dwarf, but the dwarf's like massive. So like, why are they called that? All right. What's up? That's true. He was Trask in the X-Men movies. So he's in 2 different versions of the MCU universe. Because technically the Sony movies are in the MCU now because of Deadpool saying, showing the connected timelines. Thank you, Loki. Oh, especially in Wicked when he actually plays a goat. That's actually a good one. I haven't seen Wicked. Alright, so right now it looks like I have a reasonable build for her. Now let's see what kind of cosmetics I can do. I'm going to stick with the basic skin because I don't have any special skins. Don't think I have any... The one I want is the bleeding one. I think that would look good for her. But let me take a look at this one. How would this look? That looks creepy. That looks creepy. I'm good. No, so we're not going to do any of those. So it's going to be really just me doing different colors. Wait, is there a Cigna? No, not a Cigna. Although, that doesn't look too bad. See with that in a minute. Actually, put that back on. I like the Invine one because it kind of... Oh, never mind. I don't like it. I just realized something about it. That actually works. Copy main colors. I'm gonna leave that on her. All right, we got to figure out colors though. So let's randomize it a couple times. See if I can get inspiration. Otherwise, I'm just gonna end up doing black and red or something. All right, got an idea. If I ever see Wicked, I don't know if I will, because I just like you know me, I just generally don't go see new movies. What is this? Okay, this is literally only adjusting that. Why is it called primary if it's only adjusting that small of a part? Fuck off. There, this is what I want. This is already looking horrendous, but I'm going to keep going as if I had, as if this was actually brilliant. I don't hate it, but I really feel I could do better. Does that make sense? All right. So as it stands right now, I didn't feel really threatened with the build. Oh, I need to change something. Oh, no, I don't. It doesn't matter. Let's crank it up.
quickly like that, wouldn't you?
Worm has no compassion for her troops. She orders more to this place, even though the Neural Sentry will surely corrupt them too. The Orokin Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
This build is working in the regards that it's meant to keep the pets are doing the heavy lifting for the most part, which is an automated thing. See you when you get back.
If you have a necromech, this would be an excellent place to deploy it.
Okay, cool.
Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind. The sentient is onto you.
This build definitely, it's easy for me to get to max crit or max combo meter. I was told there were sentients, Go ahead and pop this other one. Oh, there they are.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready. Void manifestations, drawn to this cursed place of stolen lives. They will drain your life support unless they are destroyed.
I'm gonna go down here in a second. Alright, whatever. I've stopped caring. I don't know if he's dead or not. I can't hurt him. Alright, whatever. He's dead. As far as I'm concerned, he's dead. I'm not going to get the currency for killing him. Or is it because there's another one? And we'll kill the other one. Alright, I'm just gonna leave because it seems like it's glitched. So my build with the whip is on point. In my book, it's on point.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
My book, so far it's good. Like, I'm not insta-killing everything with the melee weapon, which would be nice, just watching their body parts go all over the place. But the fact that I'm able to just ragdoll the ever-loving hell out of them, that's fun in its own right. So far, I will say this this build is a success. Like, there is some room I need to improve. Like, the reason I'm always out of energy is my Kavat needs to get electric teeth. Because if they have electric teeth, then I will constantly be regenerating energy, because every time they do damage, I gain energy. Alright. We're going to go on my government-mandated break. It's going to be about a 10-minute break. Yeah, we're going to be on a government-mandated break. 10 minutes. I'm gonna get myself some water, use the restroom, stretch a bit, and then we'll be back. We'll be back with some Baldur's Gate. Some Gate of Baldur. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. Okay, see y'all in 10 minutes. Konnichiwa. Sitting here reading a couple things about how Korra's cat actually works. See if there's anything I'm missing. Because why I'm semi-curious right now is I'm trying to double check a few things. Let me... do Archon continuity. Hey, Dragon. So I'm not 100% sure. Nothing really. I was curious where you saw that that article about EU leaving the alliance or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm just double checking if Archon works the way I think it do. Exalted weapons. Is the cat considered in this case an exalted? Korra should be listed in here and then technically be able to get the bonuses I'm looking for, but I'm not seeing it. Which means that me putting Korra on, putting it on Korra doesn't matter. Okay, no, down here further below it does say Korra. Although not a weapon, Korra with Venari functions as an active exalted companion that is separately modded. So yeah. And in theory, Seven Goth also gets that, with Yulari getting an exalted K drive. So each one of those can in theory use the Archon mods to their fullest if they want to, similar to the way Excalibur can. So in theory, I'd have to go test it out. I'm not 100% sure. And I gotta put electricity on my cat to be sure. All right, we're booting into some Baldur's Gate. The Gate of Baldur. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. It's actually been a little bit since I've played my evil character, so this will be fun. You didn't miss much though. I just came back from break anyway, like a good 10-minute break. Why am I blinking? Why am I blinking? Actually, I might have to look up something in one of my accounts here in a minute. Let me look that up real fast before I forget. This is actually something that's not even important, but I kind of want to look it up anyway. Why do I have 0 credits? I thought, when does it renew? On the 27th. I should have gotten 2 credits. Okay, I guess not. I thought I get 2 credit. Hang on. Or do you only get the new? Okay. Baron joining Space Force. SpaceX, oh no. So here's something that's worth mentioning. Did y'all know Tucker Carlson works in the Tangerine Tyrants administration? I don't know if y'all knew that. No. I don't know if y'all knew that. He works in the Tangerine Tyrants administration. I'm not joking. I want to go to bed. I'm not actually even tired.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
All right, find a cure. Personal quest, experience your potential. Discover the artifact secrets, the urge. Save the refugees, Darkness, Daughter of Darkness, and then okay. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I killed what's her face. I killed Lizelle. Oh, did I go? Did I get what I wanted? Okay, so I do have her using the returning pike now. Okay, cool. So I got that. I don't know what I was worried about. So I'm not ready to do the goblin camp yet. I think I am going to go ahead and wipe out the blighted village. If nothing else, I'm going to kill the ogres.
Why? That's right.
But why?
Why? A great uncle's name, my father said. But I just figured he couldn't spell.
Let's be quick.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Quickly then.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
No time to waste.
Let's move.
Stranger.
I have no intention of doing this peacefully.
Keep a blade close. Radio note.
How do I have disadvantage? I'm literally stealthed. Alright, fuck it. Doing to him.
You sort of fight.
Need to stay focused.
Okay, everybody's actually in the fight. Okay, cool.
Catch my breath. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Miss this.
Shoot it to me in the.
No time to waste.
I'm wanting to throw her weapon. Oh, there we go. That's what I. Okay. Not what I wanted to do, but I had to fucking do it that way. Outmaneuver them. 80% chance to hit, still misses.
No time to waste.
Can't give up. Not now.
Best be on my way.
That's how you do it.
Something over there.
All right. I was for a second there. I was pausing. Where the fuck is Gale? Oh yeah, I killed him. I know where Carla is. I'm sad about that.
What's hiding here?
Hello. My name is your death. I feel like a dick because I'm just gonna randomly attack a person, but I am a villain.
You sort of
Yeah, no, I was reading the notes on that. I thought that was kind of cool. Like of all the frames to go, you know what? I'm a prime now. It would be them. It kind of fits with the it kind of fits with the whole gimmick of the character.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
This is my time. 2 steps at a time.
Victory awaits.
I don't need to go full rage on this.
Taking position. Let's end this. Heading there.
We should be. I don't know why we wouldn't be. Oh yeah, that was smart. What's my leveling? Close. Literally only doing these fights because it gets me XP.
If not over, then through.
Having a character who's a barbarian who could just yeet stuff. So fucking therapeutic. Alright. I don't need to wipe out the village completely. Not yet, at least. You know what? Against my better judgment, well, for one, I forgot to actually get the waypoint at the goblin camp, so I need to go do that. So, fuck me jogging, I guess. When is the next major update? I imagine it's when Nightwave ends.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Go on.
Just massacred your friends. You okay with that? Like, I'll do it again. I'll res them and then kill them. Oh, so I had this idea of another class to make, and it's literally just doctor. The idea behind it is you have clerics who are able to do their healing, but they're only able to do it as long as they have their prayers and faith. The doctor class technically doesn't need that. They have the ability to keep healing as long as they actually have the supplies to do so. What's a vampire wizard? No idea. Waiting for the punchline.
I got stuff if you got cool.
What you got? What you got? What you got inside your trunk? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. My lovely lady humps uh-huh. Check it out. Not sorry. Y'all aren't paying me not to sing. That's not a bad one. Doomhammer!
Get moving. Draw Raxlin's best bakers of blades in the quarry.
A necromancer? Boo, you suck. I might think I'm a wuss, but I actually may not like have it in me to actually do a full evil run. I'm not joking. I may not have it in me to do it. Like, y'all can mock me for it. I just might not have the stomach for it. I'm too much of a goody goody two shoe. I wish that wasn't true, but I feel that's how I'm feeling with it right now. Because I'm sitting here thinking of all the fucked up evil stuff I have to do, and I'm like, I don't know if I got it in me. And there's like a lot less content if you go evil. I'm just going to immediately go talk to the Drow woman. Bypass a lot of things.
Smells like burnt flesh in here.
I don't want to get the brand. Once again, I just don't have it in me to be that evil.
Let's not do anything suspicious.
You can do it on your own. Like, I don't think I'll be able to play in an evil run.
Your scouting party has not returned.
Sorry, mistress.
Until there's a trinket.
I knew you.
Silence now.
As she turns to you, her for the chamber melts away. One of those, the voice.
A true soul. Praise be. Are you here to join my hunt? Interesting. What do you know of this druid? Perfect. This grove is the place I am seeking. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden.
Her excitement is palpable, and of the weapon. She will seize it. You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks, it's her mind focuses. The cultist cannot. The Drow's mind closes around yours. Her bloodlust like needles in your skull.
I can't. I'm gonna do it.
My patience wears thin. Show me the grove.
Her mind enters yours. Images of the battle at the gate shimmer into view, along with the adventurers pleading to be let inside.
Destroying this place is the Absolute's will. Would you defy her?
Fuck it.
She sees the entrance to the and then smiles serenely.
The cowards found refuge. If the inhabitants do not realize you are the night, go to their refuge and make your way inside. As a friend. How noble. I will gather a raiding party, and you will open the gates from the inside. We will cleanse the... and then we...
The masterful painting she depicts of the massacre awakens you hungrily.
I have to do this. I have to. It's too much of a perfect line.
Control yourself. You are as uncouth as the goblins. The slaughter at the grove will not begin until you must make your way inside. And when they are dead, for the Absolute.
Gods damn it all! To the grove, quick!
Gather the raiders.
Weapon they're after really is.
All right. As much as I want to keep doing an evil run, I just don't have it in me right now. Like I don't. There's too much evil in the world right now. I can't bring myself to be evil. So like doing an evil run actually like takes it out of me. I might not continue doing this one. I might just do a regular run. I don't know yet because I still have that cleric. I didn't delete the cleric. Another thing is I might throw some other random mods in there for fuck all reasons. So, for those who are like, Jack, you were doing good with the evil run. I was. I don't have it in me. I already had to kill Carla. That was like 90%. Like, ah. By the way, you can have her join you even if you go a good route. You just knock her unconscious here. She's alive later for you to save her anyway. Oh, I don't know. I am sorry. I know some of you are disappointed in me, and I only halfway care. Anyway, as a God of War enthusiast, I will have my revenge. I do need to play that on stream. I might do that. I keep saying this. I think I'll do that next week. Next week, Monday. I think that's what'll be my stream on that. Because I don't know if I can bring myself to do an evil run. Anyway, that's what I got for y'all. I should keep going, especially because I did that nice 10-minute break. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't have the motivation to like exist right now. And there's an anime I really want to watch. Yeah, whatever. For you. Not to mention with the Evil Run, there's like so little content. You cut out so much content by doing an Evil Run. It's almost not worth it to me. Anyway, appreciate y'all being here. I actually might just take like an hour or so break and then come back streaming. In which case, I'll be playing God of War Ragnarok. We'll see. I'm not promising a damn thing. We'll see. See. If nothing else, in about 2.5 hours, we'll be playing Warframe, me and you, Dragon. Anyway, and you can help me come up with more stuff for my core. Or I actually just might kidnap you to see about trying to get the stuff for my cat. See you on the next one.